Redo You, the podcast that teaches you tools and strategies so you can build the confidence to rediscover and reinvent yourself. With me, Emma Hull, your favorite life coach. Each week, I'll introduce a concept that you can implement right away so you can live your most authentic life. Let's get started. 2025 has been an incredible year. I've had some amazing experiences and also heartbreaking experiences. It's been such an expansive year of growth, and I find myself reflecting on just how much has shifted this year and really where I'm heading. And so I wanted to share some of those key moments with you. You know, I set the fastest known time for my self-supported walk from Squamish to Pemberton. I flew across the world to Europe and spent 32 days walking Camino de Santiago in Portugal and Spain. I started working with a personal trainer and found how powerful that was, and achieved my goal of being the fittest that I've ever been and feeling really strong and powerful. And then doing my goddess photo shoot, my forest nymphette photo shoot, where I got to really show off all of that hard work. 2025 was also the year that I really reconnected with my love for the outdoors, for hiking, and became obsessed with hiking. From that first time I went camping back in May in the bush on my own and barely slept because of all the noises, to now doing multi-day solo backcountry camping trips without really a second thought. I traveled lots. I've been to Montreal this year, and I got to go to Portugal, Spain, the UK, but also trips within Canada, or within BC rather, going to all those places that I went hiking was really amazing. So it really has been an incredibly expansive year. But it's also been a really tough year. In my romantic relationships, there's been a lot of growth, a lot of changes. And that's really required me to do a lot of work. Just like I use a personal trainer for my physical fitness, I work with a relationship coach on my relationships, and that's been huge. And then, of course, earlier this year, I had to say goodbye to my little Johnny Cash. Those of you who don't know, Johnny Cash was my dog. I feel like everyone must know this because I talk about him. Well, I used to talk about him so much, but I haven't been speaking about him much since March. And that's because, this is how upset I still am. We were together for 14 years. The longest I've ever been with anyone, apart from me, of course. And that was so hard to say goodbye to him. But it's opened up more opportunities, more freedom to travel. Suddenly it was easier to take 2 months off and walk the Camino de Santiago without the responsibility of being a pet parent. No, I'm not getting another dog. Not now. One day, I'm sure I will. But would any dog compare? It would be very hard. So, all of these experiences, just like every experience I've ever had in my life, everything that has happened to me this year has combined to bring me to where I am, to who I am, to a stronger, better, more incredible version of myself. And the same is true for each of you. So I invite you to take a moment here and ask yourself 3 questions. What am I most proud of in the past year? What's been hard? Where has my heart been cracked open? And how have all of these contributed to who I'm becoming? Who am I becoming? And allow yourself to reflect on how incredible this year has been in all the ways. The highs and the lows and the mediocres, they are all of the ingredients that make up a full life. Feel them, celebrate them, celebrate you, because you are amazing and resilient, and I'm proud of you, just as I'm proud of me.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Redo You podcast. Remember to subscribe, rate, and review, and tell a friend, because together we rise even higher. See you next Friday.